So you have built your first AI, your first AI automation, your first AI agent. They actually work. You are happy, you are excited, but it hits you. They don't do anything until you ask them to. They just sit there, a pile of code on your laptop, doing absolutely nothing, waiting for you to open your laptop and say go, and then, and only then, they will do anything. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is where your code actually lives. On your machine, on your laptop. On the day you lost your laptop, or your laptop caught fire or drowned, every automation you've built, every workflow, every file, every hour of work, gone. No backup, no way to get them back. So today we fix both problems at once. We are going to take your code from your laptop and we are going to deploy them in the cloud. Well, what does cloud even mean? When I say cloud, it doesn't mean your code actually floating and flying in the sky. Well, at least that's what I thought. The cloud is just someone else's computer we are going to rent from him. So a real computer sitting in the ground here on Earth. Think about them like data center, a huge pile of computers sitting in the dark, consuming a huge amount of water. So we are going to rent these servers or these computers and run our code in them instead of our computer. So here's the difference between your personal computer and the servers we are going to rent. These servers or these computers will never go off. And when one of them die, another will take off instantly. So when your automation and your code is actually live in someone else's computer, two things happen. One, your automation is 24/7 live, and number two, you can back up your code at any time you want. So even if you lost your computer, you lost your laptop, your code is safe, your automation is safe. So in just a minute, I'm going to show you 3 ways to deploy your code or your automation in the cloud so they run 24/7. These 3 ways are completely free, by the way. But before that, we need a middleman between our code and these servers. This middleman knows about our current version of code and the last version of our code. So think about it like your grandmother's house or your parent house where you leave your old stuff and your new stuff. For example, if you buy a new car, you will leave your old car in there, and from some time to time your grandparent or your parent knows you have a new car, and after a week or so you found out that this new car, you don't like it, you hate it, so you sell your new car and you went back to your parent house and you get your old car. So that is GitHub. Now think about your code. You just added a new feature in your code or in your website or in your automation, and it's just made it worse. It made your website loading shitty. It made your automation slow. So what you do, this middleman, it holds your old version of your code and of your automation. So you go back and take the old version of your code. So this middleman is GitHub. So we are going to push our code to GitHub to keep the version of our code whenever we want to add a new feature, whenever we want to make a new branch to test or experiment with new features, you could do that as well. So this is the middleman. So this is GitHub. You can push your code and you can pull your code. So just like undo and redo button. All right. So this is our middleman. So I'm going to use this automation as an example. So this is my e-commerce operating system automation. We have automated many things here. So from customer support to ad monitoring to comment and distribution to comment and content distribution. So for example, this ad monitor agent. So this is a skill inside my Claude skill. It's just sitting here doing nothing unless I ask it, hey, monitor my ad account and report to me. But we don't want that to happen. We want to deploy this to the web. It works 24/7 and report us back at every 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hours, whenever time we specified. So to do that, there are 3 main ways to do this. The first one is in your coding agent itself in the harness, and then we have Trigger.dev and Modal, and then we have VPS. So first of all, let's go with inside Claude or inside your coding agent harness itself. Inside Claude, when you go to Claude desktop app, you will see something called routine. Routine is you can create a template routine that can be kicked off on a schedule by API or a webhook. So this is just a routine run on a schedule. For example, this is my AI radar. It's run every morning and send me a Gmail draft about what happened in AI space. So I just gave it this instruction. It's a plain English. You are an AI radar morning brief for Mahmoud Hussein. Blah, blah, blah. So the goal, and then you have the source to fetch to scrape the data from, and then the steps to do, and these are the runs. You can see the runs today, yesterday, 21st of July, 21st of July, 2019, etc., etc. When I click run here, this is going to run, and it will send me a Gmail draft right now. So it's running. As you can see, it's spinning. Its workflow is started, running right now. So this is manual run. And inside routine, we have two options. We could either run this inside our machine, which is we haven't done anything. If you run this in our machine, it means if our machine is off, this automation will not run. But there's another thing. You will see Claude. When you run in Claude, that means you run this automation in Anthropic Cloud, not on your laptop. So make sure when you run any routine, when you ask Claude to make you any routine, make sure that this routine run on Anthropic Cloud, not on your laptop. All right. This is AI Radar is still running. So let's just move on to the next one. The next AI automation is these two tools are my best. We have Trigger.dev and we have Modal. So they are both kind of same but kind of different. So I'm using Trigger.dev as an example. So this is my Trigger.dev and this is my Rapio agent. This is my e-commerce operating system agent, as you can see, inside of which I have many tasks running. So I have ad monitor, I have blog posts, I have blog scheduler. So for example, this ad monitor, it runs on a schedule every day 5 times or 4 times. So every day runs 4 times. So when I go inside this task, I will see all the runs. So all the runs from yesterday, 22nd of July, as you can see, these are 4 runs were all successful. When I go inside the schedule, I will see the cron job is at 6 a.m. The next run will be in about 4 hours. The last run was about 2 hours ago. So to deploy your automation in Trigger.dev, this will work like on a TypeScript, and Modal work on a Python script. So Trigger.dev runs on TypeScript and Modal on a Python script. This is just the only difference between two, I think. So we are not going to write the code ourselves. Our coding agent is going to write the code. And we get the API key of this platform. For example, when you come to API key, this is your API key. Copy this and paste it into your coding agent and ask, hey, deploy this automation to Trigger.dev and to Modal, whatever you want to use. So this is our 2 methods to deploy our automation. And the third way to deploy your automation is through VPS. VPS is virtual private server. For example, this hosting is a virtual private server, hosting for more powerful and more control. Instead of you renting a space on someone else's computer, you can deploy your automation on a real, or you can rent a complete computer for yourself. So you could rent like a Linux operating system. So these are the things you can deploy. For example, you could deploy Hermes agent, N8N, OpenClaw, Paperclips. So these are the agents you could deploy, but you have to pay for them. So it's not that expensive. I'm planning to go and experiment with this Hermes agent. So when you go and choose a plan, you will see the pricing, you will see the features, you will see the RAM and your memory space. As you can see, when you choose a plan like this, you go inside and this will land you into the checkout page. So this is a checkout page. If you want to deploy this Hermes agent as a VPS, you can just purchase this. You can choose the amount. You can choose the period of time you want to deploy this. 1 month, for example, is just £16 for 1 month. You will run your Hermes agent inside. So that was VPS, and these are the 3 ways to deploy your AI automation. So this is how I deploy my automation. And this was my e-commerce operating system actually running inside Trigger.dev. So as you can see, these are many agents. Not just like that. When I go to my Telegram, this is my Telegram. This is the same agent I'm experimenting with. So this is my Rapio agent. When I say hi, as you can see, it's going to reply, say, hi there, Rapio agent is here. How can I help you with your Shopify store? Blah, blah, blah. So this Telegram bot is deployed with my automation. As you can remember, this was our Rapio agent. As you can see, this is a skill of Rapio agent, ad monitor. And when I go to sourcing agent, this sourcing agent is going to go and find 3 to 6 products from CJ dropshipping and use the reasoning AI model, Claude or Codex. And then it's going to ask me in Telegram for my approval. And if I approve, it's going to do a research and until the product page is live. So this is my e-commerce operating system, and it's actually deployed and running 24/7. If you want to deploy this into your business, just come to Mizan AI, book a call, and we will deploy this into your business. And if you want to learn AI and make money with AI, just come and join to my free school community, AIOL. I will leave the link below. So thank you for watching, and peace.